Okay, and I heard also one of your speeches when you said many times about Rosa Luxemburg, and I'm proud about Rosa Luxemburg because it is one of the most famous women who was born in Poland. She was active in Polish socialist movement, but she is most known by her activity in the German communist movement. So 1 year ago, in the Zamość, in the house where Rosa Luxemburg was born, there was a monument which was written that here in this building Rosa Luxemburg was born. And also there are many other monuments of Rosa Luxemburg. There are the name of the streets in Poland. And now we have all these psychopaths here, anti-communists who are ruling in Poland, and they want to destroy the history. They smash all these things, and also they smash this monument in the house of Rosa Luxemburg in Zamość. So I want to ask you, could you and your comrades from India and from other communists which you know to make solidarity international against Polish government, because you see she is the Marxist theoretician known all over the world, and in Poland they want to smash her from history.
Well, my younger daughter's name is Rosa, and Rosa Luxemburg has meant a great deal, I think, in our traditions. One of the reasons, Mikhail, is because she always took the colonial question seriously. There's a lot that Rosa Luxemburg and Lenin shared. They both took colonialism very seriously. You see, when the Easter Rising takes place in Ireland in 1916, it's Lenin and Luxemburg that support the Easter Rising. Many in the left movement, and I don't want to mention their names because I'll sound sectarian, opposed the Easter Rising. Lenin saw it as an anti-colonial uprising. You know, it's very important for people to understand that the instinct of Luxemburg, the instinct of Lenin was anti-colonial. In fact, in her monumental work on the accumulation of capital, she makes the argument about the necessity of these non-capitalist zones, what she called them. We may disagree with some of the formulations, but basically she's talking about colonialism, the necessity of colonialism, the permanent status of so-called primitive accumulation, which Marx talks about in Capital. It doesn't just happen in the beginning. It keeps happening over and over again. You have theft from people, plunder, and so on. What's happening today in places like the island of Papua, West Papua and Papua New Guinea and so on. So Luxemburg is a very important figure. At Leftward, in fact, we published a volume of Reform versus Revolution, her great critique of Edward Bernstein. And the introduction to that volume was written by Brinda Karat, who is one of the Politburo members of the Communist Party of India, Marxist, and is a leading member of the party, the CPIM. She wrote a very fine introduction to that volume of Rosa Luxemburg. We look up to the memory of Rosa Luxemburg. We celebrate the day of the murder of Luxemburg and Karl Liebknecht by the Social Democrats in Germany in 1919. So one doesn't need to tell us that we must stand in solidarity. We will. Now the question is, tell us how. Give us the details. We will organize, whatever is necessary to stand in solidarity with the memory of Rosa Luxemburg against, the heirs of the fascists and the feudals and the oligarchs. Why should they get to determine the names of streets in Rosa Luxemburg's country? So let us know what we can do. We'll organize for it. Absolutely. She's an important person in the global left calendar and an important person in global left thought.